season last year, finished 19-11, 13-9 in the Gulf South Conference, made it to the semifinals of the GSC. They are picked to finish third this season, returned 3 starters this year, including the young man to our right, the National Preseason Player of the Year by Division II Bulletin, Devin Schmidt. But before that, we'll bring up the head coach of the Statesmen, entering his 5th year, Coach Jim Boone.
Thank you. It's great to see everybody here. We really appreciate it very much. You know, we started doing this Media Day Luncheon about 25 years ago. It gave us an opportunity for our community to get connected with our teams and get to know them a little bit better, and also to cater to our local media, which is really important, that we're doing a great job with them and they're having an opportunity to have access with our players. And the great thing about Division II is that you as a community have access to our guys, and you get to know them and our ladies on a personal basis, which I think is really, really important. And it's important for them and their growth. So again, I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank Coach Myers and Matt Jones and our administration for allowing this to happen and doing such a great job with it. Thank you very much. Just a couple opening things. You know, you can't, we could care less about rankings and preseason accolades and those kind of things. They're great from the standpoint that our program is recognized, that it creates talking points for the media and for our community. It creates a buzz about our program, but obviously it doesn't mean anything. What means something is what's going to transpire over the next several months as we go through this journey of a season. It is, we really have a challenge this year. I love our core, our returning guys, and I love our newcomers. Each one of them has shown flashes of why we recruited them to come to Delta State. But it's so difficult making that transition from high school or junior college into a 4-year situation. The pace of practice, the speed of practice, the intensity of practice, the demands of the game are all so significantly different. And right now, most of our guys, they're just trying to survive. They're trying to think. They have to think just to understand what's going on around them. And if you're thinking in the game, obviously you're already a step or two behind. So our chore right now is to develop the habits with our new guys that they need so that they can contribute to our team. Because for us to be successful, there are 2 things that are going to have to happen. Number 1, we're going to be as good as these 3 guys that I have up front allow us to be. And number 2, how quickly our newcomers are able to integrate within our team and have the opportunity to develop the habits that I'm talking about to be contributors to our team. Now, I would like to speak briefly about our returners, since I've put the onus on them in regards to the success or lack thereof that this team's going to have for this year. I'll start with PJ. You know, PJ was the Gulf South Conference Freshman of the Year 2 years ago. He was a preseason selection last year, all conference. He was probably one of our most consistent players as we went down the last month of the season last year. So we need him to take up where he left off last season and be that consistent factor for us, both inside, running the floor, and in regards to his defensive play. I think James Kilpatrick might be one of our most improved players over the course of the summer, and there's nothing that makes you happier as a coach than to see guys come back. And that's the one thing about our core guys and our returners. We've had an opportunity. We know those guys. We know them inside out. And I can say that each one of our returners has improved in some way, whether it's athletically, skill-wise, or a better understanding of who we are and how we want to go about things. James has done all 3. I can see improvement athletically. I can see improvement from his skill development, and he has such a greater understanding of what we expect from him. And just one side note with James, I think he can be the best defensive player in our league. I have no qualms about saying that. And so I know that's a lofty expectation, but one that we expect him to embrace full-heartedly. And then lastly with Devin, you know, we've seen such great maturity in Devin over the 4 years he's been here. You know, I think our coaches had told me during the time that Devin has been here, the last 3 seasons, we're in the top 3 winningest programs in the Gulf South Conference, and it's only like 2 games that separate us from being the winningest program in the Gulf South Conference in regular season games. And in large part it's been due to him. But we also have seen such growth in him this summer. He was here all summer long. He's probably in the best shape of his life. His skill level has certainly increased. His maturity level, as I've already mentioned, has increased. His understanding of how our team must play for us to be successful. And I don't know, you know, time will tell as we go through this journey of the season. I don't know what Devin's going to do in terms of points and production and all that. The big thing I want to see out of Devin is leadership. I've said this before, I said it a couple weeks ago. You know, a coach-led team can be good, a player-led team can be great. And so that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking from these 3 young men. Finally, our schedule, we haven't done ourselves any favors either. The first games we're playing are all going to be extremely challenging. We will definitely find out who we are, where we are, and what we need to do to become the team we can become. And that's what I'm looking forward to most, is the journey that we're going to undertake with this team, the daily grind, which is what it's all about. Our mantra with these guys is that simply this: we're not setting goals, so to speak. Our goal is simply this: we want to be the best self, the best team we can be on a daily basis. Every day, let's be our best. And if we can do that, the wins and losses will take care of themselves. Questions?
Coach, you talked about bringing a lot of new players. I'd ask Coach Rose, how does it work for you to bring in both transfers and freshmen to keep that balance?
Good question, Philip. We prefer to bring in guys who are going to be here for 4 and 5 years. But we're also located right in the middle of one of the best junior college leagues in the country, and it would just be ridiculous of us not to take advantage of such a great opportunity. And I tell you what, I'm so excited about 3 of the young men we brought in this year, and Ravion Henry, and our 2 guys from Holmes, and Cedric Harper and Dedrick Taylor, because I think all 3 are going to have an opportunity to contribute greatly to our team. But the chore is, whether they're coming from junior college or they're coming from high school, as I've already mentioned, is getting them up to speed in regards to how we're playing, but also how the game is played at this level. And I couldn't be happier with where we are at this point, but we still have a lot of growing to do.
Does it help that you have 2 of your guys coming in from the same school that played together before?
You may want to ask them that.
At least for your side.
I know that if Cedric's open and Dedrick's on his team, he's going to get him the ball, and vice versa maybe, but we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a dogfight, as it has been every year. Huntsville returns everyone to a team that was very good last year that we split with during the regular season. West Georgia, who's kind of been a thorn in our side, and one that we're anxious to get back to. And yes, we are anxious to get back to West Georgia. They're picked 2nd in the league. Again, I don't put a lot into rankings and all that kind of stuff, but I think that does tell you about the respect they garner and the kind of program they're running down there. But everybody else in the league has gotten better. Andy, we say this all the time. You either get better or you get worse. I mean, if you're staying the same, you're not improving. You've got to work to get better each year. but I really like our guys. I think we're a better team this year.
You mentioned already the opening tournament for Southern and Eckerd. This is the 4th year. How has that helped preparing for you? You know, they've played the two teams the previous 3 years.
Well, we've been extremely fortunate in that tournament because you're looking at Eckerd, who's an NCAA division or an NCAA tournament team. Knock on wood, we've been successful. We've had some really knockdown, drag-out games with them, but we came out on the upper end each time. Florida Southern, who won the national title 2 years ago, those are our 2 teams we're paired with in the Sunshine Gulf South Conference exempt challenge tournament. We put that thing together 4 years ago. I think it's been great for all the reasons that Coach Roden alluded to. It gives you a chance to play 2 of the very good programs in the Sunshine Conference. This is the end of the contract, so we're at Eckerd this year. Hopefully we'll renew that contract and get those teams back to Cleveland, Mississippi again in a year. But that's what we want to do, Philip. We want to play those kind of teams. We want to find out who we are right off the bat. And I really do like that part of our schedule. We'll play those 2 games, and then we'll have a week, a little over a week before we play our next game, which will be at home against Lemoyne-Owen. And that'll give us a chance to get back here and really work on shoring some things up. Anything else? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Our first player is senior guard from Sevierville, Tennessee, Devin Schmidt.
Devin, your 4th and final year at Anissa. What does it mean to you to play for Del State for your whole career?
Oh, it's been tremendous. Something I'll never forget, and just been an honor to play for Coach Boone and the staff that he's put together, and just one of the most memorable times I've ever had in my life. When I first got here, I was a freshman, so I was kind of just running around, trying to learn the process. And sophomore, junior year, kind of make it a habit of learning the process, buying into what Coach has been saying. So now I'm a senior, and it's my time to lead. He's been saying, talking about leadership, leading the team. So that's a big thing I've been trying to do.
How do you think your game has improved from the end of last year to this year?
It's improved a lot in my mind. I stayed here over the summer and work on my game and get better, and I feel like that's helped a lot. And so we come to practice every day working, so I feel like that's helped as well. And Coach never takes it easy. It's always intense, always grinding. So it's improved a lot. It's just coming to work every day, the mindset, leading by example, coming in, talking, telling the guy, encouraging the guys, the newcomers, transfer guys, like not to just really get on them, but just encourage them. If they do something wrong, pat them on the back, tell them that it's all right, let's go, next play, next play. That's really it.
Thank you, Devin. Our next player is senior guard from Memphis, Tennessee, James Kilpatrick.
James, you transitioned into your last year, now playing your senior year. Talk about the adjustment, being able to come into a season knowing what to expect.
Well, coming in last year, it was like a big transition, a whole like new system. So I had to like just play my hardest in practice. But now since my senior year, I got like adjusted things. I know what to do and what to expect. So I'm just trying to like lead as a leader and let the new guys follow my lead.
How have all the guys come together to practice?
So far, like it's been like a hard process in the beginning, but I believe like we're getting better. Like this last week, we've shown like really big strides. So.
as a guy that played the forward and the guard position and you play position, how does that help your other teammates knowing that they can rely on you to do different things?
Allow me to do different things.
How does that help your teammates?
Well, it helps my teammates because I'm like very versatile and like I'm a guard that can rebound and play defense. So I think it like release some tension on them, just to know I'll be there, just to like give it my all.
Before we introduce our final player, our coaches will be coming up to give you guys reports for their season so far, so please stick with us if you like. Our final player for the Statesman basketball team is from right here in Cleveland, junior forward P.J. Davis.
PJ, how do you think your game has improved this offseason, and what are some things you still need to work on?
Ooh, it's gone to another level. I've been working on my perimeter jump shot a little. Defense is still kind of shaky, but I'm working on that. As far as something else I need to improve, I think my leadership needs to go to another level as well.
How have you and the old and the new post players kind of fit together so far?
Oh, I love playing with those two and BK as well, and Coach John Cornish. I think we just, as a unit, we just love making each other better, and we love competing against each other, and they're just great guys to be around.